business. Hey guys, just checking in. Happy Friday. I hope you're off to a fantastic day. I am at the office putting out a fire or two, and plan to utilize today for a little bit of planning, kind of prep work for upcoming team meeting that we have next week for the software company. So yeah, kind of just hanging out, doing some stuff. I have my Heisenberg, so my badass shirt today. Yeah, say my name. Say my name.
You all know exactly who I am. Say my name.
Anyway, I was thinking today about, the challenges that we as business owners have oftentimes prioritizing, figuring out what our next critical steps are and what's important to us. And gotta get some coffee. And I'm kind of thinking that, I'm as guilty as a lot of people that I don't set up my day for optimal productivity. I have a good friend, Mara Thomas, has written a couple of books on this, and she talks about not productivity or time management, but attention management. And as a entrepreneur of a couple of different ventures, I have a hard time figuring out, what do I prioritize? Where do I spend my attention? Where do I focus my attention? So that I can have maximum gain. And I think you can't get there. You literally cannot figure that out until you figure out what is important to you. And what are those key goals and objectives that you have for yourself, either by the hour or by the day or by the quarter. And then once you have those things sort of established and understanding, you kind of can figure out from there, okay, what do I need to spend my time doing and what I need to focus on? And I think as business owners, especially small business owners, we have this tendency to kind of try and do all of it ourselves. That does not work. That is not a good idea, because you can't do it all yourself. You don't have all the answers. You are probably your own worst enemy when it comes to those things. So don't do that, right? Figure out what you're really good at, farm out the rest, right? Either hire for it or contract it out. There's just so much value to that. And I know for some of us that are, a bit of control freaks, that can be a bit scary, can be a bit of a challenge and difficult to do, but man, it's so powerful.
Two can go on a boosted board, but only like
my arms around you.
that. Literally, I give Candace a piggyback on the boosted board.
All right, so one of the things I have to work on today is I actually need to do a follow-up in response to a potential coaching client that I've got tomorrow. That is definitely one of the things that I need to get done. So I need to put some time and energy and attention towards that, because if I do it right, it could be huge. Wait, it sounded like Trump there. So I'm outside, I'm just taking a little bit of a breather and trying to think about a couple ideas that I'm working on. It's really funny because the guy that rents the space for us is really interested in what we do, and to the point that it's kind of creepy. So this morning I walk up and he's walking kind of down the sidewalk and he sees my shirt and he's like, oh my God, have I rented this office space to a drug dealer? It's hilarious. He didn't say that, of course. He just looked like that. You trying to spend hours trying to perfect the creation of a logo when someone is just pops it out, they know what your brand is, they know what your product is, and they can give you a couple of representations of what they think that your logo needs to look like, is so much more productive for you than you trying to figure out how to get these little pixels to match up and do what they need to do. So I'm not necessarily looking for a logo. I'm using quite a bit of a broad example. Yeah. But one nonetheless that is important. Don't get mired down in the little things, right? Don't get so sucked into the minutia of the small things so that you can spend your time focusing on the big things. What are the big problems that you need to solve? What are the big challenges that you need to tackle? What are the next goals and objectives down the pipe that you need to figure out how you're going to go and you know, achieve those? Those are the things that as business owners we need to be thinking about. And you can't be thinking about that if you don't have clear direction and understanding of where you're going. So, you know, got me thinking today about, you know, how I was going to spend today and what I really needed to achieve and what ideally is my objective. And I'm not going to tell you what my objective is because that'd be boring for you. But, and man, it would show how boring my day is. But it does give you some perspective about what you need to be focusing on today yourself. You know what it is. And if you don't know what it is, you need to sit down, spend 15 minutes uninterrupted, not checking your text, not checking your phone or your email, and just hammering it out on some paper and seeing what spins out a little brain of yours, because good stuff will. All right. So just some food for the thought. Just saying.